Hi friends, my name is Paige.
I'm Morgan.
And this is
Girl Manufactured.
Listen or cringe along with us as we look back at the music from the it girls, wannabes, and victims of the tween idol industrial complex.
Which icons broke the mold and which sitcom starlets turned forgotten pop stars still deserve their flowers?
Our credentials were two queer millennials who were raised on aughts Disney, Nickelodeon, and MTV.
I work in communications now, but I'm a graduate of a performing arts high school, kind of like who we're talking about today, and a recovering singer-songwriter.
And I'm a creative writer and professional advertising demon.
Today, we're covering
music from the hit TV show Victorious by none other than
Victoria Justice. And joining us once again is Leigh.
Hello, everyone.
My little Sib.
Yes.
Leigh is especially qualified for this episode because they saw Victoria Justice in concert.
I did. She was the opening act for Big Time Rush.
Oh, wait, you did see Big Time Rush?
Yes, a long time ago.
Oh, wow. How was the
Twice.
concert? I didn't know you saw them.
Gee, you
Yes.
were obsessed.
Yes, I was
Wait,
obsessed.
so
and forged.
how was she in concert? And was it
She
the
was
whole
actually-
Victorious cast?
So it was just her. So there's drama with that because she was supposed to, apparently they were supposed to all go on a tour together as a cast,
Mm-hmm.
right? But she must have declined or something so she can tour with Big Time Rush or something.
Oh, and were people
I don't
butthurt
know.
about it?
Okay, wait. I feel like I'm spreading rumors like Paige because
God, that's Morgan, actually.
this is just kind of what I remember. It might have been proven false. I definitely am twisting this totally wrong, but she was really good. Except it was thundering and lightning.
Oh, you were outside? Were you at like a Six
Yeah.
Flags or something?
No, it was at Hershey Park. So yes,
Hershey Park.
Hershey Park.
If you live in PA, you know.
yeah. But she was good, and she brought out her little sister to sing in one song,
Aw.
which was sweet.
That's cute. Wait, is her sister also famous? Or was she just
No.
like, okay. That's sweet.
Oh, hopefully her claim to fame or how she came up and was discovered has nothing to do with, one sister wanting to go get lessons and then she gets to, that whole drama that we've seen with the
Well-
Duff sisters and the Lovato sisters and.
Put a pin in that because
Oh,
actress and singer-songwriter Victoria Dawn Justice was born
Oh,
February 19th, 1993, so she's an Aquarius Pisces cusp.
okay.
And she's best known for starring in the Nickelodeon show Victorious. Now, Victorious, this wasn't based on, it's based on her name, right? Victoria. First of all, in the show, she's Tori Victoria Vega. I always thought, for quite some time, I thought Victoria Justice was her stage name because it sounds fake.
It does sound fake.
But it's
But it's her real name.
It's her real name, which
Yeah.
is so cool.
it is a cool name. I can't lie.
But that TV show, the pilot kind of talks about a similar thing with this sister dynamic. Do you
Oh.
Yes. The older sister Trina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Who is less talented.
Chicago.
That's the song she sings. But she's supposed to, audition for this, like, elite high school performing arts program or whatever?
I think it was just a recital.
Or was there something happened
Her
that...
tongue.
Yeah, her tongue ballooned because she had an allergic reaction to
Mhm.
something. And so Andre, the best friend, who
Leon
ends up-
Thomas.
Leon Thomas III, who ends up being Tori's best friend, he like drags her onto stage, right? And it's like, sing, like you gotta do it. The show must go on. And she kills it.
I have a comment on that. And I don't know if you want, because I know you have some more stuff before we get in, but all I'm going to say is I remember watching that and being like, how the hell did she and the dancers and Andre suddenly know, like,
The choreography?
the choreography and what to do? Like, what do you mean?
No, I never even thought about that. Wow. Good point. Anyway, Disney and Nickelodeon love a racially ambiguous queen.
Yes.
Her father is white, and her mom, who's from the Bronx, is Puerto Rican.
Oh my God! Did
I
Leigh? Did
knew
you
this.
see yourself in her?
No. I think like I know there's like that one like joke, like biracial joke in the show in this one episode.
Oh, I
Andre's,
didn't know
like,
that.
was like, okay, like white girl, and she was like, I'm half what would you say?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto
Puerto
Rican.
Rican, and he was like, oh. I mean,
She's
I guess
very
I get
white
that
passing.
sometimes.
She's very white passing.
But I think she's more white passing than me.
Yeah, I think so. Victoria Justice, originally from Hollywood, Florida,
That's funny.
made her acting debut on Gilmore Girls at just 10 years old. She was a baby.
Aw.
And then after that, her family moved to LA so she could pursue acting for real.
Oh my God,
with that?
I know every time the whole family just ups and moves. My family did not believe in me.
No, I'm sorry. Well, sometimes just one parent would move.
Neither am I. They said no.
No
I don't
one's
think
doing
our
this for
parents
me.
would do that.
They would
I'm
not commit
sorry.
like that. In 2005, she guest starred in an episode of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yes.
And then that same year, she was accepted into the musical theater program at Millikan, I don't know, Performing Arts Academy.
Oh my God. She
She's living
yeah,
the
her
show.
dream.
She's
Yes.
living the show.
like I did.
Wait. Oh yeah, you were in performing arts school. Wow. Aw, is what your cat said.
She appeared in advertisements for companies such as Ralph Lauren, or Ralph Lauren if you're fancy, Gap, Guess, Mervyn's, Peanut Butter Toast Crunch, and Ovaltine. All I know about Ovaltine is I thought it was only in A Christmas Story. I didn't know it was a thing,
More
a real thing.
Ovaltine, please.
Yeah, I didn't know it was
I
still a
thought
thing,
that
but I
was,
guess
like,
she was
the
in
thing
it.
before Yahoo Milk or whatever. Or Yoo-hoo
Yoo-hoo
Milk.
Milk, Ovaltine.
Yeah.
She got her big break when she starred as Lola Martinez on Nickelodeon's hit show Zoe 101, which ran from
Oh.
2005 to 2008. So it started when she was 12.
Damn.
Or, well, she started on the show when she was 12. I think it was the
Right.
second season. And then 15 years old is how she was 15 years old when the fourth and final season ended.
Wow.
Wow, that ran a long time.
And then what happened? Didn't someone get
She got
pregnant?
pregnant. Yeah, Jamie Lynn.
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears got preggers and they had to end it. But then even though Zoe 101 had just ended, 2009 was a good year for her. She appeared in episodes of the Naked Brothers band.
Oh.
Did you watch Naked Brothers?
No.
I just can't believe that well, now I'm like Dan Schneider, it makes sense that they allowed a children's thing to be called Naked Brothers.
So weird.
Because imagine children going on the internet and searching Naked Brothers.
Ew,
you're
bro,
so
I didn't even think
right.
of that.
I didn't either.
Like, I remember being a child and looking up Bambi on Google Images thinking it would be like
no.
from the movie, and it was like definitely a porn star, and I was like, what?
Oh.
And that's just Bambi. So if you're Googling Naked Brothers,
That is gross.
So gross, right? But yeah, so she appeared in the Naked Brothers band, iCarly, True Jackson VP, The Troop, and Brain Surge. And then
Don't know any of those.
True Jackson VP?
Nope.
With Keke Palmer? I didn't watch
Nope.
it, but I know.
I know what you're talking about.
Then she was the lead in the Nick musical Spectacular.
I remember that.
You remember? I cannot recall.
It was kind of good. I'm having.
well, apparently it was popular.
I remember having a crush on the guy. I
Him?
wouldn't think he was hot. He's definitely not that hot. He's like
he
white
looks-
boy of the week hot.
He
but like,
yeah, he looks like a better looking Drake Bell. Whatever. In 2010, when she was 17, Victoria became a teen star in her own right as the namesake character of Victorious. She played Tori Vega, not Victoria Justice.
Mm-mm.
Tori Vega's the fake name. We've got to bring up Dan Schneider. Because per Victoria, Dan found out that I could also sing and dance as well as act, so he thought it would be really cool to create a show for me on Nickelodeon called Victorious. So he saw her in Zoe 101 and literally built a show for her. I hate this man.
I hate him so much.
I mean, Victorious was probably the spiciest of the shows. Like, he had these kids, the producers of the
Yes.
show had these kids doing basically porn star shit.
It's weird.
Whoa, what?
Especially with Ariana.
It's kink stuff, especially Ariana Grande.
For context, I've never seen the show.
Talking in a voice like this.
she talks like this.
She sounds like Gypsy Rose.
and she shows her feet, and she
Do you
with her tits like all out.
yeah, she's like, do you think I could fit my big toe in my mouth? And then she
Ew.
proceeds to like put her
Weird.
big toe in her mouth.
Bro, what is wrong? That man needs to be stopped.
And I know, and then I think Victoria at one point had to like shoot arrows with her feet.
Yes, that was in the Breakfast Club episode.
Yeah, the Breakfast Bunch. Oh,
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was a funny show, but looking back on it, some of the stuff is super fucking creepy. And we'll talk about that when we get into The Machine. Anyway, the pilot received 5.7 million views, making it the second highest rated premiere for a live-action Nickelodeon series.
Wow.
It was hype. I remember.
And the original broadcast took place right after the 2010 Kids' Choice Awards.
I probably
Iconic.
watched that.
How did I get into Victorious? Probably because of
from
you,
me.
from you watching it,
Because, yeah.
Because Leigh is 6 years younger than me, so...
To me, iCarly, I always say this, iCarly is millennial coded.
Mm-hmm.
Victorious is Gen Z coded.
I can see it. And yeah, I definitely watched a lot more iCarly than I did Victorious.
I watched my iCarly too, because I think it's just objectively a better show. But
Yeah, true.
But the music in Victorious slaps.
Now, the quote-unquote album we're going to listen to covers songs basically from the first season. We're going to skip a few of them because they don't feature Victoria Justice or it's too little of her, and we are going to do a Liz Gillies episode at some point.
And an Ariana Grande.
And an Ariana Grande.
And a
obviously.
Leon Thomas III.
Yeah, eventually we want to do, if we make it to season 4, we want to do a season for the boys.
I love how we're like, if we make it to season 4, like we're picked up on a contract. It's just like, the only say is like our sheer will to do 4 seasons.
Exactly. And to see how long Leigh and Chris continue to listen.
Well, once
it's
we
the only
stop
motivation.
listening, it's over for you, folks.
Wow.
Stop. You
I'm kidding.
Cut off her
love
mic.
it.
So this album, quote unquote, was released August 2nd, 2011 by Nickelodeon Records in association with Columbia.
I have it.
You have it?
I have the hard copy of the CD. Yeah.
Wow.
Does it still work?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, why didn't you bring it? We
it's
would
not
love to look
super
through the
scratchy.
booklet.
It's in Allentown.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure,
We could have looked
yeah.
through the booklet.
Do
I
love
should have
looking at the
asked.
booklet.
I didn't even think of it.
Womp womp.
But August 2nd, 2011, Victoria was 18, and so was I.
Mm-hmm.
And
Whoa.
I would have been ready to move into my freshman dorm at Temple. So Leigh, you were about 12.
Yes.
And I guess, Morgan, this was your senior year of high
Yeah,
school.
I'm 17.
17.
I am 17. Going on 18.
I don't know the lyrics.
Billboard Hot 100 around this time. Number 1, Party Rock. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Yeah, by LMFAO. And I think that really just sums up the time. Right?
Yeah,
But I
does.
do want to list
Well,
the other 4 in the top 5.
I think, and we'll talk about this more, but I think the Victorious soundtrack sounds like every 2000.
Oh,
Yes.
it is.
10s.
Yeah.
It is of
Party
this
rock
era.
anthem.
Yep.
It's so obvious.
Yep.
It really is. Number 2 was Last Friday Night by Katy Perry.
And I believe Dr. Luke helped produce that.
Ew.
And Dr. Luke also helped produce a lot of songs on
Yes,
this
he did.
soundtrack.
Ew.
A lot of pervs up in here.
Yeah.
Give Me Everything, Pitbull.
My God.
A cultural
The-
reset.
I feel like all these songs are literally they threw these up on the board and were like, let's make music like these 3 songs.
Yeah.
And then Super Bass.
Okay.
This one is for the boys with the booming system, top down AC with the cooling system.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep going.
No, I'll stop.
Wow.
With a thing on his eye. And Adele, Rolling in the Deep.
Ah.
Britney Spears was also charting, making her comeback with the album Femme Fatale. Amy Winehouse, R.I.P., had recently joined the 27 Club.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
It is upsetting. Nick Lachey and Vanessa Manillo were newlyweds.
Hmm.
And do you know who those people are? Are they before your time?
They're still married, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
But do you know who
yeah,
Nick
they're
Lachey
on
is?
Love is Blind.
That's how you know them?
Oh,
That's so
they
funny.
host it?
Is he in the boy band?
Are they hosts? Yeah, 98
Ins-
Degrees.
Oh, 98 Degrees. That's what
Is that what it is? That's
Yeah,
what's-
98
90
degrees.
Oh, yeah. They're hosts for Love is Blind.
That's amazing.
Which is, yeah.
You know what? Good for them.
Right?
They're making bank.
Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries.
Did they get married and have their 72 days of marriage?
No. Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries were engaged to be married at the end of the month. And how long did the marriage last, Morgan?
Like 72 days.
Yeah, about that.
That's insane.
It was not long. And Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, fuck you, J.K. Rowling,
Yeah.
would have been in theaters. But I mean, it was culturally important. So another culturally important thing was the fact that us girlies were wearing blazers and business casual looks to go clubbing or to go to like frat parties.
Oh, interesting.
With the statement necklaces. I definitely had owl statement necklaces.
Yes, I remember that.
I love my owls.
Real quick, all the songs on the soundtrack appear on previously aired episodes of the first 2 seasons of Victorious. And in the US, the soundtrack debuted on the Billboard 200 albums chart at number 5 with 41,000 copies sold, one of them being Leigh. And apparently it peaked at number 1 on the kid albums and soundtracks
You made
charts.
history. You helped make history, Leigh.
Yeah, I did that.
And the lead single was Freak the Freak Out.
Oh, that's so good. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
And it peaked at number 50 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album features a heavy usage of synthesizers, drum machine, and auto-tune, prominent in songs of that era. Yeah, so let's jump into it.
Okay, cool. Make it shine. So, first note that I have is that it's a great theme song, but it's too long for me to listen to, like, on its own. Like,
That's
I just want to, like, listen to and, like, scream the first verse and chorus. And then I'm like, okay, I'm bored.
I feel that.
I wrote it something similar, like, I feel like there are better theme songs as far as Kim Possible and That's So Raven.
Yeah.
And even iCarly. And yeah, this one is like, it's good as a
good.
30-second chunk.
It's catchy
30
as
second
fuck.
snippet.
It's catchy as fuck, but I also wrote makes me want to watch the show.
Yeah, which I guess it succeeded then.
Yeah.
But other than I would
was the
never
goal.
like just listen to it
Right.
on its own.
Obviously, she had to say victory in the lyrics since the show is victorious.
It
In my victory.
It made no sense though.
In my victory. Just remember me when I make it shine.
Okay.
Nah.
Is
Switch
that
up, note switch up so you don't get
They
a little
really-
crack.
They really tried to fit victory in there. It just doesn't feel right.
In my victory. You should auto-tune that. I do agree. It could have done a lot more.
With
victory,
yeah.
definitely.
Like, come on.
Like in my victory, like again, I don't really know the plot of the show, but even just something around victory doesn't.
glory, like, I don't know.
It could have
doesn't-
been more empowering. Like,
Yes.
it's a very happy, optimistic song, but it's not particularly empowering.
Yes. Yeah.
But it is her debut performance in the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the episode version better also because
Yes.
in the show, Andre's on the piano.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So it starts kind of slow.
He's
and then
really good.
really good. And then, as Leigh said, everyone magically knows the choreography.
And it gets faster. It
gets
like,
faster,
wow,
yeah.
okay.
You all have never been anywhere where everyone just breaks out into dance and you automatically know the choreography?
Rehearsals, or musicals.
Oh, I was going to say a flash mob.
Yeah. Are we going to the second one?
Yeah.
All
Freak
right.
the freak out.
Iconic
right, so-
song.
Musically, it's a teen pop track with lyrics about fighting with a boyfriend who's uncommunicative and not paying attention.
To be honest, I never got that message as a kid, and I just thought it was a bop.
Oh,
Well, a lot of people did
it
because
is
again,
so good.
like I said, it peaked at number 50,
Wow.
and it's to date it's her highest charting single.
So good.
It was certified gold. People loved it so much so that she performed it at the 2010 Macy's Thanksgiving Day
I
Parade.
remember that too.
Mhm.
Her like bad lip singing.
Yeah,
lip
every
syncing.
time in the Macy's Day Parade, it's always
if it's
lip-syncing.
not bad lip syncing, was it even at the
True.
Macy's
No,
Day Parade?
that's true.
But I remember this episode. Do you remember this one?
So tell us about it.
So it was like a special, like a 1 hour special, I believe. And it was actually a very iconic episode too, where this one scene essentially she goes to karaoke and there are these girls from this other school that are like another art school, and they
You know
make fun
how
of Hollywood
fortunate
arts.
that there's multiple art
Exactly.
schools in
It-
one area.
It's
That's
California,
rare,
right?
I think so. Yeah, it's supposed to be like LA,
But still,
because it's Hollywood.
Hollywood arts and
Yeah.
I don't know the rival, but anyway, the rivals like they sucked, but that doesn't matter. So Victorious or Tori Vega, sorry. She basically disguised herself in like ugly glasses and like a bad wig and like a different nose and stuff. And like
saw clips of this.
Yes, and she starts singing the song, and she starts like when it goes "Not in Your Head," she like rips off her clothes, and then she does 1, 2. She grabs the mic with both her hands and she pulls it off, and she does the chorus, and it is magical. And I want to do a cosplay of that.
Ooh,
You should.
It would be fun.
I wrote that I have so much nostalgia with this song. Even if I don't remember the episode that well, I just remember this song viscerally that I was like, I don't know if I can give an unbiased review, but I do think it's great. And I wrote, and I'm curious, Morgan, if you thought the same thing. This is a Nickelodeon version of Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. Even some of the lyrics. Is it less? Is it more? Are you here? Are you there?
You're
Tell
so
me
right.
what I get opposite. You hear it? It's very Katy Perry. And now knowing that Katy Perry's TGIF was number 2.
Yeah.
And the lyrics, I'm so sick of it. Your attention deficit. Never listen. Never listen. Morgan, is that how you feel about having a partner with ADHD?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I definitely felt this song in my bones.
Do you just want to freak the freak out?
I do sometimes.
I also like the second verse of it. Patience running thin, running thin. Come again. It's good. I think the whole song is good.
True.
Morgan, what did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think like it's stuck in that error. Like
Yes,
I think
for sure.
Like I don't know. No offense. I don't think I'd put any of these songs on the manufactured box.
They had Kesha on the show, but I disagree with you, Morgan.
Amazing.
There's some songs
this
that
has to go on.
can go on. This should go on. Veto. You're vetoed.
You're vetoed. I'm sorry.
Best 2 out of 3.
And somewhere in the background, she whispers, "Can you hear me?" I love a spoken whisper in the background. The video. So there's, in addition to the episode, there was a video for it, and it featured the whole cast. It was one of those videos that definitely skewed expectations for millennials of what clubbing would be like.
Yes, I thought it was like carousels.
No, wait, no. That's for a different video.
Oh, that's for begging on your knees.
Yeah,
My bad.
no. This one, like, they're in what looks like a club, and like,
right.
but there's enough space for everyone to actually dance, and there's like a DJ booth that she goes up to and like sings with them. One thing that I noted, and I want to talk about this because for all the other videos, if there are Disney knees, I propose that there are Nickelodeon arms and fingers. They do so much. Every single one of her videos, there's a lot of finger wags, like the no, real fast, like a lot of finger touching, a lot of just like
interesting
wagging of the fingers. There's a lot of arm stuff going on. Just look out for it. Also, the fashion, one of the shirts, it's a striped like shirt or tank top, and there are studs on the shoulders. And of course, she has a vest over a sequin tank.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool to me.
You're right.
At least
That was the style.
it was the style. Best friend's brother?
Oh,
Best friend's
Okay.
brother.
Okay,
We
okay.
got an electropop oriented dance beat with, of course, teen pop lyrics. What else is she singing about but her crush on her best friend's brother?
okay. I'm sorry if any one of you hates the song. This is definitely one of my favorite upbeat songs.
Well, it's funny you say that because Victoria Justice actually helped write this song.
Oh,
So I bet she would love to
What?
hear that.
Well, Victoria Justice, you wrote a banger.
Well, she did. So while she was being interviewed by none other than 17 magazine,
So credible.
she discussed the background for the song. So, quote, when I was around 14 years old in 8th grade, I had this crush on my best friend's brother. He was 2 years older than me. It was one of those things where I would go over her house and we would all play Halo 2 together and go swimming in the pool and stuff. I think we both had little crushes on each other, but it never went anywhere. And if it had, it would have been really weird. I wouldn't have been willing to risk my friendship for dating her brother. Friendship is always more important.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Date it, like if
someone, I've never had like a BFB.
I know the fact that
I hated that part.
that she created her
BFB.
own acronym.
Oh, I love it.
It's whack.
BFB. I think so. Nostalgia definitely
never
carries
caught
this
on.
song, but it did
BFB caught on.
with some of the Gen Z, some of the cool ones.
Y'all are so weird.
BFB. BFB, my best friend's brother. It's so catchy.
Okay, I wrote, I hated this at first, but after a few listens, I could really appreciate it.
Wow. I'm sorry that I
but
love it.
The more I listened to it, the more I was like, this is just camp.
It's so camp. It's really bad. It's bad, but it's good.
so bad. Because he's such a dream, yeah, and you know what I mean. If you weren't related.
Yo, that part's bad. That one's dumb. Also, sometimes I don't know what she's saying. Acting is shy. Like, what is that? I thought you said adjective for a long time.
What? Do you know what the actual lyric is?
I think it's acting too shy.
Acting too shy. That would make sense.
Could be
Not
wrong.
adjective.
But it definitely like aged poorly, and it's like super cringy. But I think the nostalgia, at least for me, carries it, and I think that's what you two are missing.
At this point in time, in August of 2011 or whenever it would have aired on an episode, it was probably like kids probably loved it. Probably ate this shit up.
Slapped.
BFB.
BFB.
How about the music video?
I thought that was Kendall from BTR for a second. Her love interest. Then I was like, no, he's not as cute.
No.
Well, did you catch the nod to Risky Business?
Yes.
With Tom Cruise?
Where do Gen Z know?
I don't think they would. That's why I was like, this is totally a Dan Schneider call.
What the fuck that is.
That's why I'm like, it's totally a Dan Schneider call because
to do it.
Yeah.
Yes. Ew. So Risky Business is a Tom Cruise movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in it, he wears just socks, like tighty whities, and then like a white button-down shirt, and
with
is pretending
sunglasses.
with sunglasses.
Now I know what you're talking
pretends
about.
to sing in like sock skates out,
Right.
and, like singing into like a spoon or some shit. I don't know.
I saw a comment on YouTube. Props to her dancing on a car in heels.
Oh my god.
That's talent.
That is talent.
At first, I was like, gonna be like, "Oh, Leigh, you know about a BFB?" But then I was like, "No, you were more into your brother's best friend,
TJ."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, exposing my like 10-year-old's crush, like my
So
10-year-old
can
me's crush.
Wait, it would be BBF. I get brother's best friend. BBF. That's not as catchy.
Shout out to TJ though.
My
He had
brother's best
that
friend.
swoopy blonde hair, and he called me cool once, and I think that just made me really swoon.
I understand.
But then he caught a buzz cut, and I thought I was just uninterested at that point on.
Damn.
Buzz cuts have given a lot of people icks.
I don't like buzz cuts. It does give me the ick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buzz cuts also give me the ick. Unless you're like super queer.
Some people can pull it off. Some people can
I'm
pull
sorry,
it off, I think,
a
but I
cishet
don't.
a cishet dude.
I don't
You're just gonna look
it.
like a penis.
I just don't like them.
I don't like them.
Begging on your knees?
Oh, classic.
Classic.
God.
Now this... Do you hate this one?
So it's produced by Shellback, who's a huge producer from Sweden. He's worked with Pink, Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, Usher. I hated it, and I just can't get past I'll have you crawling like a
we're
centipede.
gonna listen to that.
Our mom hated that lyric.
I think it's so funny. Okay, we have to listen to
bad,
it.
but it's funny.
It's bad, but it's funny. But I'm just like,
It's
eye
so
roll.
I have
good.
something to say with that after
Okay.
Paige plays it.
What the fuck?
As someone who has
Crawling centipede.
I have a huge phobia of centipedes.
But you love this lyric?
No, but like I wrote it down. So I do think the nostalgia high-key carries this. More than BFB for me.
Okay.
To me, BFB, even if I didn't have nostalgia, I could acknowledge the camp.
Mm-hmm.
This also is camp, and it's good, it's catchy, but damn, the lyrics are, I don't know, to me the lyrics are worse. Like, what is centipede?
Well, that's, yeah. So I think it had a lot to do with
What
Shellback's
is the
involvement
metaphor?
because he doesn't really speak English. So a lot of times, like, the lyric, like,
that makes
so
a
with
little
Max
more
Martin
sense,
and I
but-
Want It That Way, it's like, what does that even mean? But it was written by someone whose English isn't their first language.
I mean,
So then we
crawling
get
like
things
a
like crawling like a
centipede.
centipede.
It makes sense because it's like creepy, like I don't know.
But it's just like such a random lyric.
It is very random. And then the little dance, the weird, I don't even know
Like
how
a
to
centipede.
She's like slithering and crawling around like a centipede. Yeah, I cackled when we heard it, and it hurt Morgan's ears.
Yeah, I think I wrote this down. I was like, it's fun. It's a fun song, but if I didn't have the nostalgia and didn't know the show, I would not listen to this song.
Yeah.
I would not even give it Dream Music.
Oh my god, see, it's
I
one
would
of my
make fun-
favorites.
I would make fun of it.
It's
on,
so
like,
bad, but I
it's
enjoy it.
It's so good bad, but I would also make fun of it. It would be like a guilty pleasure, like TikTok reel song.
I need to go to a point that I actually enjoy this like one little vocal thing. It's like 106. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, alto queen.
So good.
She does.
That sounds
now-
good. She has a good voice.
People gave her like ripped her apart. I feel like for a bit, like for her vocals, just because of Ariana Grande. And obviously, but like you can't like to me, she could still hold a note pretty damn well. I love the
better than Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
And
so watch your back.
I want to real quick bring us now back to Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this. And tell me this does not give you the same vibes.
It does. Yeah.
Part of me,
Yeah.
especially this,
I can see that. When did it come out? Is that where you're looking it up?
probably in the same era for sure.
Funny you say that because Part of Me was written and produced along with Dr. Luke and Max Martin, and Max Martin often writes with Shellback.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
Comes full circle.
yeah.
So I think that's why I liked it. You know, it's so stupid, but I just really enjoyed it because I think it makes me the centipede makes me laugh, and then there's enough like little vocal parts that I like, so I thoroughly enjoy it.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited about the next song.
Yeah, let's get into
All
it.
I Want Is Everything. Can I say? I think it is the most underrated Victoria's song ever.
I mean, Vogue like Madonna. I might not dance like MJ.
R.I.P. Iconic. I love this song.
I really enjoyed this, even though I don't have nostalgia associated
I like
with
that
it.
it's a little stripped back. I think just
Got
like
some
a
violins.
tiny strip back. The violins
Yeah.
are great. I think it's refreshing compared to the other
Yes.
upbeat songs. I love the music video where
Well,
they're like,
I can't tell with the music video. I put the male love interests are all generic. Like I can't tell the difference
Between
from
each video.
Yeah.
see, I just like the dancing.
Okay, you like
Part
the
of it.
dancing?
There's more finger wags in this too, mind
Oh,
you. There's
okay.
finger wags in every one of these
Finger
videos.
touching.
Finger touching. Like that she logs into her friendbookster.com on her pair book. And at the end, because she keeps trying to like get a hold of this guy to ask him on a date and he's like not paying attention. She makes like a whole like wheat paste post or some like post-it thing in the shape of a heart
Yes.
to ask him out.
In downtown LA or something.
That's a lot, girl.
I feel delirious.
I feel like if I did that for
Come
someone,
let's
they'd be
get
like, "This
out
girl's
of
a
here."
freak."
Yeah, they were like stalker mode.
But how would you feel if someone did that for you? You'd probably love it.
So it was a heart.
Like a giant, like, you know,
It was like an art installation.
an art
She's a
installation. Wheat pasting, like where they paste up like posters like multiple times, like
Oh, right.
of the same thing. It was kind of
Okay.
like that, and it made the shape of a heart. And in each of those hearts was like, "Call me" or something. "Call me, Dean. Let's go
Oh.
on a date" or something like that.
Honestly, that might give me the ick. A little bit.
And you love that corny shit, and
I love
you're
corny shit,
like a
but-
quote unquote girl. So can you imagine if you did that for a guy? If you did this for a cishet,
Stalker.
I think I don't
he would
think-
not like it.
especially if it's like you're not already boyfriend, girlfriend, you know? Like it's also just weird.
It's just to ask on a date.
bro, I'd be like, no.
That's fucking weird. It's like you couldn't take the hint that I wasn't getting back to you on Friend Bookster,
Yeah.
but I liked it.
Read the room. Read the chat room. You're the reason.
Oh, it reminds me of sisterhood because
It
of the
does.
episode.
Aw.
And I have a question. Okay, first, I like the song, and I also like.
I
the
did like it.
I like the
that it was
slowdown.
slower. Yes.
No, have you heard the slowed version, the
Yeah.
piano version?
Yes, that's
of
what
it?
we listened to.
Yeah, it sounds good, but I do have to
She
ask.
sounded
before-
great.
Before we get into it, there's a debate, Paige. If I were to choreograph and sing this song to you for your birthday, would you expect an actual physical gift? Or would you accept it as a gift and not assume? Because this was a debate and I'm so curious because I'm not sure. I'm kind of in the middle here.
Wait, the song performance is a gift, you're saying?
Yes.
No!
I
Now,
think,
if it were like,
I think I'd still want a gift.
same! Yeah.
I'd want a gift, but I wouldn't expect it, but I'd still want a gift.
Yeah.
Yes. I would be like, where's my gift? Like Trina does in the episode. But yeah, it's her birthday. in the
Trina
episode.
is her sister, the one who didn't
Yeah.
get into this high school.
Yes. No, she did.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, there's an episode about how she did. Basically, the one teacher, Psychowitz, was on like drugs, like coconuts, but drugs. But yeah, it's a bop.
I definitely prefer the piano version. It actually shows off that she can sing.
Yes, I agree. She
The
sounds
instrument,
great.
the instrumentation in the episode version is so. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know what some of those instruments are. Guitar, maybe keyboard. I don't know, but something was like. It sounded bad. It sounded like your car shouldn't do that.
Next on the album is Give It Up. We skipped it though because it's just Liz Gillies and Ariana Grande. Again, we're going to do a future episode. So then we get into I Want You Back. It's a cover song of a classic. And, whatever. They did fine. But the music video, Paige, what did you immediately think of when you saw the music video?
So, do you guys remember
What?
back when in the Philippines in a detention and a rehabilitation center?
I don't remember this.
Yeah, there was a bunch of orange jumpsuited. This is how
Oh.
Times described it. Orange jumpsuited accused murderers, rapists, and drug dealers paid homage to Michael Jackson's Thriller in a dance performance filmed at Cebu Provincial Detention and Rehabilitation Center in the Philippines.
Wow, this is our culture.
Yes, it really is. It speaks to who Filipinos are. This happened. It was uploaded on July 17th, 2007.
Wow.
And
This
so
is like an OG YouTube video.
it really is. And so in this episode, I guess they seem like
Yes,
they end up in a prison.
They do.
Of like, and it's not
I
supposed to
vaguely
be like
remember it.
Filipinos. It's like they're supposed to be in, it looks like a fake Eastern European country prison with a dictator watching
something
them.
like that.
And yeah, they're forced to perform I Want You Back, which is funny because it's another Michael Jackson
Mm-hmm.
song,
Yeah.
right?
MJRIP.
MJRIP. Do not rest in peace, you fucking pedophile. Fuck you.
Sorry, folks, we had some technical difficulties with Leigh's audio. So, to have things run naturally, Paige will be cosplaying as their sister Leigh.
P.S. I am fully aware that our voices sound very similar, so as for who's talking, your guess is as good as ours.
But I mean, the best part of the cover and the video is honestly Andre and Jade, not.
Andre needs to sing more.
Yes, he's good.
So does Jade.
Yes.
Liz Gillies.
She does in the later two seasons.
You Don't Know Me is such a good song.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a Liz Gillies.
Take a hint.
Then we have Song to You.
I don't know what you've been used to. Oh
Yes,
my god.
it's a duet with Leon Thomas III.
Oh my god.
JK Andre.
But we'll talk about this more, but I think this was probably my favorite song on the album.
Me too. This is my favorite.
Tell Me That You Love Me.
I think it's underrated.
Another duet with Mr. Thomas III. Yeah, I liked this song.
Stripped Back.
Yes. I love the key change at the end and then the harmonies. Yeah.
I want to listen to it really quickly. Okay. And tell me, come on, if this had a faster tempo, it would be a slightly incestuous Ryan and Sharpay song.
Ew! Paige!
You don't think this would be a Ryan and Sharpay song?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
The way it
that's...
sounds.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
But yeah, slower songs like this really show off the fact that she can sing.
Yeah, and I think I would have loved to hear more songs like this. Because I think these songs this Tell Me That You Love Me and Song to You aged the best.
Well said.
All right, then we have Finally Falling, and
Oh.
Drake Bell helped write this with Dan Schneider. Mhm.
Besides that, I need to say something. It's a corny-ass song, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute. And it really is the ultimate love song to gently tell your partner that they're broke.
I wasn't listening to lyrics. That's so funny.
But I also have another thing to say really quickly before I forget. It is a crime that they cut out Beck's verse.
There was a verse.
You just need to watch it.
Watch it. Okay.
Because there's this awkward cut where she's singing really slowly. And then it randomly goes
Do
into
they end
her
up
part.
together on the show?
No.
Do Jade and him stay together?
Yes.
Does she end up with Andre? Or do they stay true friends?
They just stay true friends.
Listen. Why is she wearing that fucking mask? Why?
It's
it was stuck
it's glue.
on.
It's actually really funny.
It was stuck on her face.
But they end up loving it because it was beauty within.
It's good. It's forgettable unless you watch the video.
I'd agree with that. Then finally, we get Leave It All to Shine. It's a mashup of Leave It All to Me from iCarly and Make It Shine. So essentially, there was a movie or a TV movie of some sorts called iParty with Victorious, and this song came to be. Voila.
I remember listening to this as a tween. And I would maladaptive daydream.
Oh.
But, I mean, it's a mashup. It was cute.
It's cute. It's cute enough. It doesn't work as a standalone song unless you care about the shows.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it also just reminded me that I think iCarly's theme song is like better.
Way better.
Oh, yeah.
iCarly was a better show overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Victoria Justice sings better than Miranda Cosgrove, but Miranda Cosgrove has better songs. Like, or the iCarly theme's a better theme song.
I'd also rather hang out with Miranda Cosgrove.
Same. Sorry,
Same.
Victoria.
I heard some bad rumors about Victoria Justice.
Wait, tell us.
I don't know. I feel like I'm
No,
spreading
tell
rumors like
us.
Paige. Like, I heard stories of her being a bitch, like on Zoe 101.
Okay. So first of all,
so that wraps the album. Let's get into this.
let's get into it. I'm going to call this section The Machine.
Mm.
So this is where we get into the rumors and just what it's like to be chewed up and spit out by Disney, Nickelodeon, Hollywood as a child star. And it's funny that you mentioned the rumors. I mean, some of them probably have some truth to it, but I've heard that there was, I don't even know what these are, but there were certain like blind items where anonymous people would talk about like, oh, my friend, you can narrow down it's probably Victoria or whatever, has talked to a producer, blah, blah. You can connect the dots. And so there was essentially rumors that Victoria turned down sex with a producer. And
Wait,
then
when?
on her time on Victoria's.
Oh my god!
I know, and then
But
she
she was like 17.
That's so gross. Poor
I think she might have
Victoria.
aged it, and then she got less and less screen time on her own show. So if you watch the last few seasons of Victorious, you'll see that Liz Gillies and Ariana are like the true stars. And there's rumors that
that
she was
makes sense.
blackballed because of this producer.
Wow, fuck you, Nickelodeon.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Poor Victoria.
Yeah.
That
so I mean,
sucks.
she could. I'm sure. She was probably like a little shit, whatever. But she was a kid. But I think
But this
some
is
of it.
gross.
I think some of it was like because of Dan Schneider and like all these people, because it was just a
Gross.
bunch of pedos and predators on this set that I think people would spread rumors, pit people against each other. They were real. Liz Gillies again. I don't know if you want to cut this because we'll have it.
Oh,
She's
we'll get
married.
husband-
She's married to her groomer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she is, and it's really gross.
They
like
met on
when
set.
when they were 15, when she was
No.
15, and he was like what?
I don't know, way older.
Way older.
No.
It's really sad. Yeah. So anything Dan Schneider is involved in is real fucking gross. Also, apparently, a lot of the kids on the set were like wasted. Like
Yeah.
people were wasted constantly, hungover, doing drugs. I think people were fucking in trailers and stuff.
What the fuck?
There's some episodes where they don't even remember filming, and I don't know if Victoria has ever said these, but
What?
definitely, who's the guy who plays Beck? He's openly talked about it.
I never knew. See, this is why my mother. Well, I mean, we were broke, so we didn't have cable TV. But this is my mom would make up a story of this is why I didn't let you guys have cable.
That's funny.
And we know this whole drinking thing was true because Jeanette McCurdy confirmed
her.
this in her book when Dan Schneider was basically like, oh, you iCarly kids are so uptight. Like, all the Victoria's kids drink and party.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, there's some fabricated beef between Victoria and Ariana Grande.
I knew that was not.
Yeah, they
really.
they both shut that shit down.
Good.
Once in 2021 and then a podcast later in 2023 at Coachella, I guess. Victoria said, all that drama, whatever, all that stuff it's so silly. A lot of it really came from the media fanning those flames and then just people online fanning those flames and making it this huge crazy thing.
Yeah.
And she apparently, her and Ariana are friends and they text.
Yeah, I'm glad they squashed the rumors, honestly, because even I was always unsure if the rumors or not. But like, why do you expect Ariana Grande and Victoria Justice to be besties? Like, they don't have to be. They were coworkers.
Exactly.
They could just be friendly to each other.
Just cordial. That's
Who
all they need.
cares?
But I think stuff really spiraled when, do you remember the I Think We All Sing meme came out?
Okay, it's
so funny. And as Victoria said, I think that was so annoying and taken out of context. But do you know They All Sing? We All Sing
No.
meme?
Sorry, it's kind of
So all the Victorious kids are obviously very talented, and Ariana Grande, I guess there's like I don't know who was filming them.
probably
Dan Schneider. It's probably fucking creepy ass Dan.
Uh,
And like they're just talking about behind the scenes stuff, and they're like, Ariana like sings everything, like just will sing words or whatever, and
Oh, kind of like, let's go. Like
yeah, like shit
that?
like that.
Okay.
And Victoria was like, I think we all sing.
Damn.
And so people were like,
Shade.
yeah. So
It was blown out of proportion.
it was blown out of proportion.
So
It was
I feel
blown-
bad, but it's also kind of funny.
It
I'm
is-
sorry.
Yeah,
It's like
I
not
respect the
that-
shade. I think it's good
Okay.
shade.
Okay.
I mean, fuck Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I don't really.
Exact. That's why I'm like, she was probably annoying on the set. I don't blame her for saying we all sing.
Well, we all know Jeanette McCurdy was annoyed with her. I mean, Jeanette has openly admitted that a big part of it was like jealousy and just
Yeah.
like hatred of her own situation.
But-
But I mean, come on. Ariana Grande was definitely fucking annoying, and her character was so annoying too.
Yeah.
Kat, what
Yeah.
Oh
Valentine?
my
was
god,
her
she-
name?
yeah. So I didn't watch the show, but I did watch clips, and I was like, God, she's so fucking
Yeah.
annoying.
Back when she was white.
What is she now? She like went from white to black to Hispanic to Asian.
I think she's Hispanic
Just
again.
the different like switch up of. You'll notice it depending on who she dates and like what
Mhm.
era it is, and it's weird. I don't know. The fact that my boyfriend's dad, I showed him a picture and he thought she was Korean.
And he's Korean for context.
Damn.
It's a little. Yeah,
She
that's
just
when you know
tries
it's
on
bad.
ethnicities. It's really weird. So like, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about making fun of Ariana Grande. Her career after this, we'll eventually cover this, but Victoria goes on to do a solo album.
I remember listening to the two songs.
Really, it ultimately flopped.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why, but that's for a later episode. And I will say that she released a few new songs in 2023, which I have also not heard.
Listen to her 1,000 Miles cover.
Is it good?
Oh.
It's from like when she was like a teen.
Oh.
Like a baby?
You can look it up. Yeah.
Was she good though?
I mean, I jammed to it as a kid. And her version of Fuck You by CeeLo.
Oh, okay. As for acting on Victorious and her celebrity status, she'd go on to be nominated for Kids' Choice Awards, etc., etc. And in 2011, she was randomly nominated for the NAACP
What?
Award for Outstanding Performance in a Youth/Children's Program. I didn't know that NAACP was for, like, non-Black people. Did you?
But because wasn't someone else we reviewed?
Were
Selena
they?
Gomez was.
Was Selena Gomez?
Yeah, was nominated for something by the NAACP.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I found that to be very random. But you know what? Good for her. She's probably doing just fine.
Yeah.
Final thoughts? So you got more?
Final thoughts. I want to hear people's favorite songs and their least favorites.
Well, I think my favorite was Tell Me That You Love Me, and my least favorite, I'm sorry, but Best Friend's Brother.
Hater.
My favorite was a tie between Freak the Freak Out and the Centipede one. My least favorite is a tie again between Finally Falling and then that Jackson 5 cover. Simply because they didn't add anything special to such an iconic song. Like at least like the Glee versions, sometimes you're like, yes, if you want to listen specifically to the Glee version. I would never be like, I want to listen to the Victorious version of the Jackson 5. So I was like, whatever. That's my least favorite.
That's a good point. I like that.
I think my tie is Freak the Freak Out and Tell Me That You Love Me. And then my least favorite, I mean the mix is meh. Yeah. I kind of agree with the bottom. But BFB is good.
BFB. BFB.
That I don't know why, but I feel like when you say it like that, it sounds like it should be a 303 song. My first kiss went a little like
Oh, yeah.
this. Into it.
I memorized the lyrics to the other song, the famous one, the Hush.
Hush. And shut your mouth. Do the Helen Keller.
And talk with her.
Stop.
I had
That
a huge
was
crush
so
on this guy in high
fucked.
school.
Hey girl, hush with your lips. Do the Helen Keller
And
and talk with
something to your
your
hips.
hips.
Yeah.
Talk with your hips.
I
Yeah.
had a huge crush on this guy in high school, and I got to know his favorite songs through a friend. So I memorized that song, and when he drove
Yeah,
me somewhere
so
once, I
naturally you
pretended
would
that I was like,
just-
"Oh, I love this song."
Yeah, naturally you would just obsess over it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I just feel like
OCD.
your whole life was like a coming of age story so
It still
far.
is.
You're just still coming of age.
One last thing to say
Okay.
that I felt like these songs did nothing for Victoria Justice's vocals. God, that's hard to say. I think she can really sing, but the songs are all just like so 2011, and I'm like,
Aged poorly,
yeah, aged poorly.
but guilty pleasures sometimes.
Yes, for
Well,
for
that-
a lot of people, I'm
that
sure.
brings us to how we'd rate the album. So we want to do this new thing where we're going to rate it between a meh, euphonic, or iconic.
Mm.
So meh, more flops than bops, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Euphonic, more bops than flops. Or iconic, undeniably impressive or nostalgic. And things to consider is, again, nostalgia factor. Are they the blueprint or trailblazers? And how are they marketed?
Euphoric, or what is it?
Euphonic.
Euphonic.
I would rate it the same.
I think as much as I love it,
I'm
I can
giving this-
acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of nostalgia that helps it.
Exactly.
And even with the nostalgia factor, I don't find myself like listening to it like all the time. And I love listening to throwback.
I know.
Like
well, now
albums.
I'm like, is it meh or euphonic?
I'm
like,
giving
is there
it
more
meh.
flops than bops?
I
I'm
think
giving
it's
it
more
meh.
pops than
Flops.
flops.
I
but
think
that's
it's more
nostalgia.
flops.
But I would respect the meh.
Thank you.
You could I respect
Let
it,
me
but
see,
I
what
think
is-
it's still I would still listen to
It's
Funsies.
10 songs, right, that we reviewed, and I probably liked maybe 3 of them.
Wow,
So that's
only
meh.
3.
Well, wait.
Wow, that would
Well,
be
no,
meh,
3.
yeah.
Wait, okay. Freak the Freak Out,
Mm-hmm.
the Centipede one.
begging on your knees, right?
Yeah, it's Begging on Your Knees. And then what's the other one that I kind of liked?
Tell me that the song I liked with the duet.
You don't like slow songs though.
Yeah,
You're like
it was,
Mom.
Yeah, so I guess it is a meh. It is a
Wow.
meh. But the songs that I
Wow.
like, I really like.
That's fair. I mean, I think again the nostalgia is what
Crawling
matters.
like a centipede.
You mess with me, I mess with her.
Okay. Actually, real quick, I thought that's what she was saying too, and I was like, why do you got to bring another girl into your bullshit? No, she's saying you mess with me, you mess with her.
Oh,
So she's
right.
like, I'm gonna fuck you over because you tried to fuck both of us
Well, that's
over.
what the episode is about too.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, feminism. All right.
And you know what? I think that's feminism is a great note to end on. So thanks for listening, friends.
As always, you can find our favorite songs from each episode, though it's up to debate on which ones will be added, but you can find them on our Manufactured Bops playlist that is on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music.
If anyone wants me to paint a wooden egg, let me know.
You are not hawking your egg business on our podcast.
We'll keep it in if you read this part.
Oh, and if you could be so kind, please, please leave a review. Wink.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.